Thailand. My name is Alex, and I have some news updates from around the land of smiles for you today. This Thursday, March 13th. But before we begin, a quick word from our sponsors, EC Markets. They have all of the trading tools that you need to get started to financially invest in your future. Whether it be crypto, commodities, stocks, anything, they have you covered. So please invest responsibly, invest at your own risk. But if you do, check out EC Markets to give you all the tools you need to find success. Now, let's get into the news, shall we? Today, we'll be talking about... Hold on one second. Nope. There we go. Sorry, I had a teleprompter freak out. Oh, yeah, before we begin, please remember to subscribe to the Thaiger on YouTube to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Now, today, we'll be taking a look inside the prison cell where Thai police chief Joe Ferrari died. Now, there's a man facing jail time after dropping his drugs in front of a police officer. Ha! And a little later, some updates regarding former Philippines President Duterte's arrest by the ICC. But first, we're down in Phuket, where there was a hit and run, and police are hunting a knife-wielding group of foreigners who threatened their victims. Authorities in Phuket are searching for 3 foreign suspects involved in a hit-and-run outside Patong Hospital. After colliding with a Thai motorcyclist using a pickup truck, they allegedly brandished a knife before fleeing. A 33-second video of the incident went viral, sparking public outrage. Sparking again. Sorry, I gotta find different words. Anyways, despite police assurances of an active investigation, online frustration is growing, with concerns that the suspects may have already fled Thailand. Social media users are skeptical about swift justice, while authorities urge vigilance and seek public assistance in locating the individuals. What a adding an insult to injury, right? So not only were they at fault for actually running over and hitting this motorcyclist, as soon as he's like, hey, WTF, what are you guys doing? They come out wielding knives, of course, 3-on-1 too, so an intimidation factor there as well. And now questions as to whether or not they are still in the country. They may have been able to flee before facing any sort of justice. So more misbehaving Farangs in Phuket. This is becoming a problem. Phuket is a little overrun with tourists, particularly feeling cavalier. Now, of course, for every misbehaving one, there's probably 50 to 100 that are just enjoying their lives in a normal way. But yeah, I think the locals are getting frustrated with the really badly behaving ones because it doesn't appear that justice is ever really done. I guess we'll have to see, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. Now, this next story, everybody's been all abuzz about this here in Thailand because there's a whole lot of intrigue about this. We almost have, it feels like an Epstein situation here in Thailand, but let's take a look inside the prison cell where Thai police chief Joe Ferrari died. Now, on March 11th, reporters toured the prison cell where former police colonel Titisan Joe Ferrari was found dead on March 7th. Authorities ruled his death as self-inflicted asphyxiation, but his family has requested a second autopsy. Media were shown cell number 50 at Klong Prem Central Prison, where his personal belongings, including blankets and toiletries, remained untouched. Adjacent to his cell, an LGBTQ inmate was relocated before the tour. Officials allowed access to dispel speculation, clarifying that Chief Joe had requested the move to the 5th block following a prior altercation. So this is what everybody's talking about right now. Joe Ferrari was in all sorts of trouble, right? Police officer driving around sports cars and luxury vehicles, accused of corruption and eventually arrested, offs himself in jail. I mean, could be a straightforward case. The conspiracy theories flying around were that maybe it wasn't even him. Maybe there was some sort of scapegoat lookalike that had gone and done the prison time for him and was since, killed or whatever in order to basically fake the death of Joe Ferrari. Like that, these are pure tinfoil hat conspiracies, guys. I think much more likely the case, Occam's razor, is what they are reporting that happened. Disgraced police official succumbs to the pressure of things. But yeah, in any case, it's definitely captured the imagination of the Thai public and everybody living here who is familiar with the situation. So curious to know your thoughts. Is this as straightforward as it seems, or is there more at play? Please let me know. All right, our next story, this one kind of cracked me up, I gotta say. Now a Thai man is facing jail time after dropping his methamphetamine pills in front of officials. Yabba dabba dude. Not do that. A 58-year-old man in Nan province accidentally dropped a bag containing 6 yaba or methamphetamine tablets in front of officials while retrieving his ID card, leading to his arrest. No duh. Under Thai law, possession of over 5 tablets carries a jail term of up to 2 years and a fine of 40,000 baht. Initially, authorities planned to send him to rehab after he tested positive for drugs as no tablets were found. However, the accidental drop led to immediate legal action. Coincidentally, a wanted drug dealer with 80 baht tablets was arrested outside his home the same day. Well, that is a meth mouth if I've ever seen one. God, I hate to say it, but yeah, this is also an interesting thing. 5 tablets is the maximum. Like if it's under 5 tablets, that's like personal use. If it's over 6 tablets or 5 tablets, then all of a sudden you're in deeper trouble. This guy had just 6 tablets. The initial instincts were to get him into rehab, but then the silly man dropped the 6 tablets, which are incredibly incriminating right in front of the police. Again, though, prison could be a way to help get him off the substance. Who knows? But I do believe that Thai police are a little more... I don't know. I want to say they have more leniency for people that are just sort of around that limit. And, of course, the Thai prison system is already overworked. Thailand has an incredibly large amount of prisoners per capita here. So, yeah, also not a coincidence that another man arrested with 80 pills outside of his house the same day. I guess where there's smoke, there's fire. But, yeah, anyways, silly. All right, let's see. Let's move on to our next story. We're back to Farangs behaving badly, as foreign tourists have dined and dashed in Krabby. A foreign tourist in Krabby sparked outrage after dining at Into the Forest restaurant on March 9th and leaving without paying, a classic tale. CCTV footage shows the tall, tattooed man ordering a ribeye steak and a drink, about 700 baht total, before pretending to order cake and then vanishing. Restaurant staff realized the deception when he quickly exited and drove off in a rented sedan with a Phuket license plate. The case has been reported to Krabby immigration police, and locals are on high alert, warning businesses to be cautious. Authorities are currently investigating. What? Come on, like, super tall. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Climbs out the window, runs away. What a jerk. I mean, first of all, ribeye steak, 700 baht. That's, and who knows what drinks. He ordered a cake as well. He was eating a pretty nice little lavish meal down there, and, leaving them, sticking with them the bill, right? Like, who knows how this works. If, like, the servers have to pay for it, certainly the restaurant loses money. And yeah, it's becoming all too common. People just running out. So this is one of those situations where if this happens enough, they're going to ruin it for the rest of us. Everybody's going to have to pay before they order the meal, right? I think there's only so much of this that local businesses can take because their margins are so limited. So if you see a very tall, tattooed man who's looking a little shifty when it comes time to pay the bill, keep an eye on him, I guess. But let's move on. Our next story. We got another scam operation going on, this time involving cars. A couple was arrested in Pattaya over a car theft scheme. A couple in Pattaya was arrested for an elaborate car theft scheme involving rented vehicles. They allegedly disabled GPS trackers and sold the cars on the black market, with victims in Chonburi, Pattaya, Nonthaburi, and Kanchanaburi. On March 9th, police arrested 48-year-old Tanakrit and 29-year-old Kanyakorn after stopping a stolen car with mismatched plates. Investigations revealed they smuggled vehicles into Myanmar and Cambodia. Police are now tracking more victims as the crackdown on rental car fraud continues. Naughty. So this was a very serious, thought-out plan. Getting them, renting them, disabling the GPS, spy stuff. I'm curious to know how they even knew how to do that, but I guess if you're a professional criminal, then it might be in your wheelhouse. But then driving them across the borders, black markets, right? It's very difficult to keep track of things, particularly going to Myanmar with their ongoing conflict, and of course Cambodia. I mean, we talk about the scam centers in Cambodia constantly, so who knows what other kinds of black market operations are running smoothly over there to enable this kind of, vehicle trafficking. Get it? Anyways, 2 more wrongdoers brought to justice. And, maybe rental car agencies can breathe a little safer knowing that their cars will more likely be coming back to them now. All right, to end our Thailand section of the news, I have some happy news for you. We're back in Bangkok on the BTS, where an off-duty nurse saved a passenger. That's right. A nurse off the clock was praised for assisting a fainting passenger on Bangkok BTS train while on her way to work. A viral TikTok video posted on March 11th shows her and a BTS security officer providing first aid and ensuring the passenger's safety. Social media users applauded the nurse's dedication, with many sharing similar experiences of kindness from BTS staff. The original poster has also thanked an unidentified woman who helped but wasn't captured in the video. Well, talk about right place, right time. If I passed out, fainted on the metro, then I would fully want somebody medically trained in the vicinity. Good on her. And it really goes to show, like, you know, if you are a nurse or a doctor or a medical professional, you're kind of like always on the clock, right? Like every time you're in public, something can happen. Is there a doctor in the house? You have a medical responsibility to say yes and spring into action. So thank God for this woman. Thank God for these people on the front lines. I know I couldn't do it, but a feel-good story coming out of Bangkok. All right. Let's move on to our... that'll do it for our Thaiger Thailand section of the news. We are on to the ASEAN Now section of the news, where we are reaching into the wider area. Now, let's get into the story that everybody seems to be talking about, and that is... Rodrigo Duterte, having been arrested and facing ICC charges over his extensive drug war killings. Former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has been arrested and flown to The Hague to face charges of crimes against humanity at the International Criminal Court. The charges stem from his deadly war on drugs, which reportedly led to between 6,000 and 30,000 extrajudicial deaths. Duterte's arrest has been praised by human rights groups, while his supporters call it illegal. The ICC will now assess evidence to determine if the case proceeds to trial, a process that could take years. Duterte may challenge the court's jurisdiction, as the Philippines withdrew from the ICC in 2019. Well, he withdrew, then they came back into it, probably because they expected something like this to happen eventually. Crazy to me that the ICC has managed an arrest of a world leader of any kind, particularly one that was operating within the jurisdiction of his own country. So wild, but obviously a highly controversial man. Still has tons of support within the Philippines. But unfortunately for him, the other side, Marcos Jr., not a big fan, and currently in power, probably helped to facilitate this arrest by the ICC. There were social media users who were praising the arrest and saying, well, at least he's getting a due process, unlike my child, who was killed in these so-called purge on drug dealers. So, we have to see what evidence is presented, but interesting that this is actually proceeding in this kind of way, and he is already in The Hague in custody, moving fast. We'll keep you updated on that. All right, our next story is in Malaysia. We have a weird panel collapse that happened at a Malaysian LRT station. Fortunately, no injuries reported. So a wall panel at Malaysia's Masjid Jamek LRT station collapsed during heavy rain with winds at around 4:04 p.m. yesterday, but LRT services remained unaffected, according to Rapid Rail. No injuries or major structural damage were reported. Rapid Rail's facilities team is carrying out cleaning and repairs, while a special committee will investigate the incident. Auxiliary police have been deployed to manage passenger flow. Commuters can check Rapid KL's social media for updates. That's a good thing nobody was standing there when that happened. Pretty scary stuff that just, rain and wind in Southeast Asia. Oh, that doesn't happen very often. Pretty scary that can happen, and makes you wonder. It looks like the entire facility is built the same way. So how are they going to ensure that this doesn't happen again? That's a good question. But fortunately, in this case, nobody injured, and everybody was able to get on with their commutes. Yikes. Now, our last story today involves Cambodia and its prime minister, who is defending the Angkor Sangkrantha event amid international criticism. So, Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet dismissed criticism from overseas opposition groups who claim that Angkor Sangkrantha event is a waste of resources and a distraction from social issues. He argued that the festival, set for Khmer New Year 2025, aims to boost tourism and benefit locals in Siem Reap. Critics allege the event serves to enhance the Hun's family's image while ignoring poverty and economic struggles. However, Hun Manet countered that the event was organized in response to local requests and has no political agenda. Supporters, including business owners, believe the festival will attract tourists and improve livelihoods in the region. Look, I'm inclined to. What's wrong with a little bit of a cultural celebration? Of course, like, yeah, it'll look good if he's organizing it and putting it on in order to help boost the local economy and tourism. They could say it's a waste of resources, but does it actually boost the economy? Does it bring in jobs? Does it bring in tourism? Then I wouldn't call it a waste. So I guess this has yet to be seen, right? So it's easy to shout from the sidelines, but it's very difficult to create action that actually improves people's lives. For me, in my book, it seems like a nice step to take, but I guess I'm an outsider too. So curious to know your thoughts, Cambodians. Is this a well-intentioned festival? Is this a political showcase, political theater? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments over there on TikTok. All right. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for our show. Let me wrap things up. So, guys, thank you for joining us here on Good Morning Thailand, our Thursday edition. We'll be back again tomorrow, both me and Jay, for Friday's edition of the show. Once again, a reminder that this show is brought to you by EC Markets, a very fantastic trading tool. You can trade Forex, stocks, cryptocurrencies, commodities, whatever you want. So they'll help you get started in creating a financial portfolio that will benefit your future. However, remember to invest at your own risk. Of course, a lot of volatility out there these days, but it's good to know that you have the tools in your hands to make the right decisions. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the Thaiger on other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X. You'll see content that you don't see here on the YouTube channel. You can always go to thetiger.com for more news updates and articles throughout the day, including, where to eat restaurants, where to go to events. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. And if you want to join the conversation, you can keep it up over at ASEANnow.com, Thailand's largest growing expat forum. Now, let's, it's already the largest and rapidly growing around the region. Now, let me jump into the comments, everybody, and see what you guys have to say.